In the past, many of you have reached out to me to ask if I have any suggestions for Disney-inspired candles that bring you back to the magic of the Disney parks and resorts. And for the most part, I've only had a couple of recommendations, but one company that's been on my list to try for a long time now is Core Memory Candles. So I'm so happy that I reached out to Lisa and she sent me a few different scents to try. I'm gonna be very honest with my first impressions of these different scents between the candles and wax melts and fragrance oils. And she also sent me, which I'm also going to unbox, her resort collection. This one in particular, I'm really excited to try. But first I'm gonna try a couple of other scents. So one that she sent me was Fall of Rome. For those of you who have been on Spaceship Earth, you'll recall that that's a really smoky kind of scent as you get through the Dark Ages scene. So it's one smell that I think is really nostalgic and brings me back. And included when you unbox it, by the way, is Lisa has a little bit of a note to explain where the scent comes from, which is really helpful. And this is what the candle looks like. All right. So let me try this one. Fall of Rome, Spaceship Earth. I love the Breathe Be Home slogan, by the way. This is it. This is absolutely the smell. Oh, that's so good. All right, I think I'm gonna light this one later. Lisa, you nailed this. This is absolutely the Fall of Rome. Really good job. Okay, so highly recommend Fall of Rome. Let's move on to the next one. I'm gonna try the other candle that she gave me, which is the Tavern Cinnamon Roll. Now, I believe, I'm not 100% sure, again, Lisa sent me these at random. I believe that this is the Gaston's Tavern, but let me just read real quick to make sure. Yep, Gaston's Tavern. So again, just to make sure that I'm sure, it's the cinnamon roll smell from Gaston's Tavern. I'm not as familiar with this one, but I'm still gonna give you an honest review. Tavern Cinnamon Roll. If I can open it. Now, personally, I'm not much of a food scent guy when it comes to candles, but this definitely nails it. If you want that smell of fresh, warm cinnamon rolls, I can only imagine when I light this what it's going to really smell like, but it has that sweet, cinnamony, I was gonna say it smells like cinnamon, absolutely has those hints of cinnamon, that sweetness. So if you are looking for the perfect like cinnamon roll candle, absolutely give this one a try. Let's move on to the wax melt. So there are three. I'm gonna start with the scent again of a food item. This is warm pretzel dough. It's not gonna be, I know, as simple to tell what this really smells like without putting this in my wax melter, but I'm still gonna see what this smells like. Oh man, yeah, this definitely has, again, I'm not much of a food scent guy, but if you are, this has absolutely the smell of warm pretzel dough, which I can just imagine walking through Main Street with that warm Mickey pretzel in hand, so give that one a shot. Now these two, I'm very excited for. First is Main Street, and I'm very curious what this is gonna smell like because I'm honestly not sure. And then to tease out the one after this, Castillo Del Morro, which is the Pirates of the Caribbean queue in Walt Disney World. I'm very excited for both of these. Well, let's give them a shot. So first up is Main Street. Oh, it's popcorn. All right, I take back what I said before. The warm pretzel dough and the Tavern Cinnamon Roll, again, they're not my personal taste, but if you like food candles, I highly recommend. This one, I even like. This, I feel like I'm back at the Magic Kingdom. So good. All right, if you're looking for, you know, as you're walking through the tunnel under Main Street USA, under the Main Street train station, and you just get that hint of popcorn, this is it. All right, Castillo Del Morro. Now, as you know, as you walk into the Pirates of the Caribbean queue, you'll get that again, kind of musky, first that Orlando or Pirates of the Caribbean water smell, and you mix that with the smokiness of the Q. So I'm excited and nervous to smell this one because I'm really hoping it smells just like the real thing. All right, here we go. Yes. Oh my God. Lisa, I don't know how you did this, but this is Pirates of the Caribbean. I've tried other candles for Pirates of the Caribbean that don't get it. This, I know you understand. For those of you who are looking for a Pirates of the Caribbean smell, I am gonna have to wholeheartedly recommend this one, Castillo Del Morro. I'm gonna come back to this one later. Really, really good. All right, now I have 3 fragrances to try that are technically 2 fragrance oils. The first is the Winter Lodge. This, I'm imagining, although it doesn't say for sure, is the Wilderness Lodge. Probably around Christmas too. Yep, I'm getting that like woodiness and Christmas scent. Really good. If you're looking for that Christmas Wilderness Lodge smell, absolutely go with this one. And Orange Grove is our next one up, and I can only imagine this is Soarin' as you're going over the citrus groves from Soarin' over California. Yeah. Oh wow. Okay, so if you remember that scene from Soarin' over California as you are flying over the orange groves, this one is it. So if you want that smell, Orange Grove. Last but not least, we're gonna go with this fabric and mask. Essentially, you would spray this on fabric in your home, or I guess your mask as well if you want to freshen it up a bit. This is Riviera. And the instructions do say to shake well, so I'm going to do that first. I'm gonna put that on, I know it's not fabric, but I'm gonna put it on our Castle Run little business card here, just to try it out. Riviera, Disney's Riviera Resort is of course a relatively new resort, just came out last year. And I went in there once. It does have what's called Mediterranean mist. I asked a cast member, a really like fresh Mediterranean smell. Yeah, oh wow. These, by the way, these are like stronger than the candles. And of course, we're supposed to spray this over a piece of fabric or, you know, not smell it so close. So it's a little strong, but I'm still getting a very pleasant smell. This, I'm pointing this out to you. This, if you want the Riviera smell, the Riviera scent. Lisa, again, you nailed this one. This is, so far, it's one of my favorites. Riviera, Castillo Del Morro, Main Street, Fall of Rome. Highly recommend all these. So really, if you're looking for just that park-inspired or resort-inspired candle, or wax melt, or fragrance oil, these absolutely do it. So highly recommend. Let's move on to the Resort Collection box. So this is a relatively new product that Lisa has, and I can only imagine it's going to include various different resorts, but it comes in, I didn't even unbox it yet, it comes in this gorgeous black box with a bow. So let me just first take this bow off. Now, you know, the parks are one way that we really get the those magical smells, but there's something about getting back to your resort at the end of the day that really, to go to Lisa's slogan, breathe, be home, makes you feel home. This is really well knotted, but I'm almost through. Okay. There we go. Let's brush this off a little bit. Just came fresh out of the box. So without the ribbon, there you go. Let me unbox it and you can see what it's like inside. I don't even want to unbox this. First of all, I already got a smell when I opened the box and it smells so good. But take a look at this. It's just beautiful. Perhaps I will have to try to put these back and get a picture of it later. But, all right, I have 4 in here. Ocean Flight, Polynesia, the Grand and Jambo House. I'm going to start with Ocean Flight. I already know which one this is. Ocean Flight is a couple of things. It is the Fiji scene from Soarin' Around the World as you're going over the ocean, and it is the ocean scene from Flight of Passage as you're passing by that whale-like creature and you go through the wave. That's what this smells like. So I'm hoping this brings me back instantly. Lisa, you're making me very happy. This is, oh, I haven't been to the parks in months. This is so good. This is the smell. So again, I don't usually recommend Disney inspired candles because they don't always smell just like the real thing, but this Breathe Me Home, you just brought me home. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. That's amazing. Polynesia, I'm guessing is Polynesian, so you know that smell as you're walking into the Polynesian resort, and again, I'm hoping this one brings me right back. My memory of Polynesian is fading a bit, but this one comes really, really close, and it's probably, because I haven't been to the inside the Polynesian resort in a while, this is probably near identical. I love it, by the way. This is definitely, if it's not exactly the same scent, this is the closest I have ever smelled to the actual Polynesian. And I've tried some good ones. Yeah, this is the Polynesian for sure. So Polynesia, another really good one. These two I'm very excited about. Let's go with the Grand. Grand Floridian is nostalgic for me. I went to the Grand Floridian with my family every year on our Disney vacations. We didn't always stay there, but we did at least once on the trip make the stop to Disney's Grand Floridian to relax in the lobby, eat breakfast or dinner at 1900 Park Fair. And I've stayed there a couple of times, and so I'm excited to smell what this is like. Oh. Now, okay. See my mind working? Lisa, this is the cave scene from Flight of Passage. I have another candle that I thought was it. It's not. This is it. This is it. This is the smell. This is the cave scene from Flight of Passage, which I know is a similar scent to the Grand Floridian. This is my new favorite candle. It's my favorite scene from Flight of Passage, and it took me a second. I smelled it. I'm like, wait, I know this smell. It's not the Grand Floridian. You have recreated, and I don't know how. Doesn't even tell me what's in here. I don't know how you did it, Lisa, but thank you. This is going to be on my desk in my office. Thank you. This is so good. Jambo House. All right. So obviously Jambo House is supposed to bring me back to Animal Kingdom Lodge. This one is hard to tell, again, because I was even trying to think what the smell of Animal Kingdom Lodge is. And to be honest, you probably nailed it. I just don't remember off the top of my head. Regardless of if this is realistic or not, it's refreshing, it is clean, it is something I could burn in my home and just have that almost like a fresh linen type of smell, mixed with some, I'm not a smell connoisseur, but it just smells so fresh. So I'm looking at all these candles and the ones I've smelled compared to other candle companies I have tried before, and I think Core Memory candles are the most realistic Disney-inspired candles I've ever smelled. Highly recommend Castillo Del Morro, Fall of Rome for you park fans. even Main Street, which I, again, don't typically like the food candle scents. Warm pretzel dough and Tavern cinnamon roll, for those of you who want to feel like you are enjoying a snack, a Disney snack, one of those traditional classic, or the cinnamon roll at Gaston's Tavern. I know is relatively kind of new at this point, still can be considered that. Both recommend, but I'm going to put those just for my personal taste on the bottom of where I would recommend these. Winter Lodge and the Orange Grove fragrances are also incredible. Riviera is relatively high on my list because it does smell like Riviera. The Ocean Flight, identical to Soaring Around the World and Flight of Passage. Polynesia and Jambo House, really fresh, clean resort smells with Polynesia. Definitely smelling like the Polynesia. It has some tropical hints in there, but the cake, the definite winner to me, goes to the Grand. I'm gonna smell it again. This is the smell I have been looking for 3 years. Oh, I'm serious. This is gonna sit on my desk. So again, I highly recommend checking out Core Memory Candle. Thanks to Lisa for sending me these samples to try for free. I appreciate it so very much. I will include the links to Core Memory Candle and the Castle Run in the description of this video, but I highly recommend these. So thank you so much again to Lisa. All of you check it out and definitely let me know in the comments, number one, if you've tried Core Memory Candle, what your favorite scent is. Number two, if you haven't, what your favorite Disney smell is. Thanks for watching, check it out, and have a great rest of your day.